You've probably heard the saying.
Live in the future, you're anxious. If you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the now, you're happy.
That is true. If you live in the past, you are depressed.
This was also the case for me. When I was living in the past, I was depressed. Not so long time ago, I was constantly living in the past. I was constantly living in regret. And it seriously affected the way I lived, my well-being, and my mental health.
Now, what I struggle to understand then is, and what I think many people struggle to understand on a daily basis, is that the past is no more. It doesn't exist. What you have to understand is that your thought is creation. So there is no difference in living the actual thing that you're thinking about and thinking about it. In your mind, it is the same thing. Now, what happens when you think again and again and again about the mistakes that you did in the past? You start to relive them. And what happens when you do that? Well, you poison your brain. And I'm not talking like metaphorically, you poisoning your brain. I wanna do a pretty image. No. There are chemicals in your brain that get released and that poison your brain. It's exactly like drinking poison. When you start to rethink and rethink and rethink your mistakes that you did in the past. The facts are that 90% of the normal person's thoughts are negative. And so 90% of the past, when you think about it, it's negative. Why have I said that? Because this helps you understand yourself. You have to forgive yourself. First, think yourself as another person. If that person did something wrong and you wouldn't forgive them, then you'll build up venom in yourself to try to bite them. And maybe you'll succeed, maybe will not. The facts remain the same, that you have built venom inside you by trying to do them bad. And you are the one who suffers the most. Now, change that a bit. The other person is yourself. What you're doing? You're building venom in yourself to bite yourself? That doesn't make sense. That only hurts you. Now, what you have to understand is that in the past, you did all you could. You did all you were capable of. Everyone, including yourself, does everything they are capable of that moment for the best conceived benefit at that moment. So at that moment, you acted as you knew best. So you should forgive yourself. Learn from the past, forgive yourself, and move on. Live in the present. Because what's in the present? Let's look at this in a religious perspective. Well, one moment though. As we said,
Live in the future, you're anxious. If you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the now, you're happy.
okay, sure. In the present, you're happy. What is it more in the present? Present is God. That's why you're happy. That's why when you go beyond the present, in the past or in the future, you are not with God anymore. You're not trusting Him anymore. So you go in the past and you get anxious, or in the future and you get anxious, or in the past and you get depressed. Stay in the present, stay with God. How do you do that? Now, I believe the battle is won through preparation. So what can you do to prepare for the moments that your mind goes and wanders in the past or in the future? You should start meditating. Now, meditating, it's simply focusing on one thing. If you go out and running and you only focus on running, that's meditation. If you go out and spar, again that's meditation. Meditation is also staying in your bed and thinking about your respiration. Okay, another thing is journaling, because meditation clears your head, it makes your mind shut up when you want to. That is very important, that's discipline of mind. And also another very important thing is journaling, because then you can organize your thoughts and you get an organized mind. Also, the exterior influences the interior. So you could start also organizing your environment and you'll have a more organized mind. Good. What to do when the battle comes? Well, when you feel like your mind started to wander, you can start to breathe deeply in your stomach. This is a very powerful technique and I think it will help you. One more thing, if you're religious or not, universe, whatever, if you believe in something and you think you should be grateful for anything in your life, well, another thing that helps you stay in the present, is gratefulness. One thing that you could do is every day write a thing when you journal, write a thing that you're grateful about. And if you want to really kickstart this habit, you can write 10 things for 30 days. And this is the gratefulness challenge. And that's the challenge I pose to you. Now, if this video has helped you, you can like, you can subscribe, and you can comment. See you next time and watch this.